welcome to the crack of dawn. We're in my living room because we're not back at work yet, but that's okay. Thanks for tuning in. So excited. Actually, I just woke up. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning, but I figured, you know what? We don't need to worry about looking good. Who cares? It's so much fun just to see people how they really are. You know, you see these news anchor ladies and they're like, oh, I have to do my own makeup and hair. OMG, I don't know if I can handle it. And it's like, really? Your makeup lady probably makes 30 grand a year. Your hair lady probably makes another 30. You know, get real, folks. This is it, okay? So I just woke up. Can you believe it? Usually I'd be walking with my friend Joanne. You remember the one from Ireland? Hilarious. Anyway, remember when she said, when you're in Ireland and you don't know what to do at night, you say, where's the crack at? I was like, are you kidding me, Joanne? She's like, no, you just say, where's the crack? That means what's going on? What's happening tonight? Crazy. So here's what we're gonna do today. I love these whale paintings, and I just tried to do one in the living room about a half an hour ago, and what happened is the whole thing erased, okay? So now you didn't see me sketching the whale. So I'm gonna show you how to sketch the whale, okay? So basically, you know, get a picture, put it on your phone before you draw it. Don't use a Sharpie. Whoops, I've got a black one here. My daughter was using it last night. So I don't recommend doing your sketch with a Sharpie, but I did it, as you can see. Okay, so when you're doing a whale, usually get a picture that you like. This is kind of taking from, if you've ever been to Cape Cod and you go all the way to the end, there's a Rotary and there's a great bar restaurant there called the Land Ho. Across from the Land Ho is Kemp Pottery. I think it's Peter and I forgot his son's name, Ryan maybe, I don't know. Anyway, they do a lot of pottery. They don't just do the whales, but I kind of took from his idea. So I'm gonna call this a reproduction of Kemp Pottery, I guess, because I was at my friend Rachel's, you know, the firefighter from Eastham, and she had this put it on her sinks and her tile, and I just took a picture of it when I was at her house. So am I stealing? No, because I'm doing a different whale. But anyway, when you're doing a whale, look at the basic shape. So it's kind of like, you know, like this, okay? If your tail goes off the page, just let it go off the page, okay? Okay, his eye is about here. I'm listening to WJMJ. They're part of Nutmeg Television, I think. Jerry Christopher in the morning, I love it. Here's his eye. There's like 3 holes there. There's some bumpity stuff here. Okay, a couple bumpity things here. And then if you look at where his fin comes out, it's kind of right near his eye, and it just goes like this. Okay, and then there's another fin over here. And then what Kemp Pottery does is they kind of make these swirly things just because, you know, you don't know what else to do. Okay, he's got some lines going down here, some lines going there. And once you have a sketch, you know, you're pretty much ready to go. So, my paints have dried out. Not a good idea. What you can do when they dry out, well, they're not really that dry. If I put my finger over it, it'll probably be still there. But you can take a plastic bag and put it over this so that it doesn't dry out, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the colors we're using. Grab anything blue. I've got a cerulean blue here, okay? It's kind of a lighter blue. Hopefully it didn't dry out on me. Yeah, you gotta put the caps back on, otherwise they can dry out. Okay, I'm gonna put that there, just so I have some new blue because I let it dry out last night. I filmed it last night, but then my kid was like, Mom, we have baseball. And I'm like, baseball? It's gonna downpour. And he's like, nope, we have baseball. So I went out to West Simsbury, beautiful town. Saw those sculptures. If anybody hasn't been to West Simsbury, they have a sculpture garden right now. Like Marilyn Monroe is there. I don't even know. A whole bunch of sculptures depicting different phases, different times, different eras in life. It's pretty cool. Okay, so my water from last night is still blue. Oh, but I'm gonna leave it because you know what? I don't care. Okay? And then what I did is I grabbed some gold. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the gold, but I just grabbed it anyway. Okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a brush. I don't know which one. It doesn't matter if they're longer or shorter. Told you I just woke up. I have a cough. So I'm gonna take a sip of this coffee. It is coffee, see? And then that little thing on the side, you know what it is? When I went to Boston University, we used to put our coffee in, and then we'd go over to the frozen yogurt. We'd put the frozen yogurt or the ice cream in the coffee as creamer. It's so great. It's better than sugar. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to paint this whale up, okay? Speaking of whales, there was a whale at the Cape when I was there. And so I'm going to do the top of the whale blue. And I have my, I'm listening to WJMJ. It's part of Nutmeg Television. Whoops. Let's just make sure my easel doesn't fall over here. Okay. Part of WJMJ. It's Jerry Christopher in the morning. I need my picture. Okay. So sometimes what you can do is you tape the picture up here so you can see what you're doing. But I don't have any tape. So we're just going to wing it. Yeah. So yeah, there was I think it was a blue whale. I don't even know. It was off the coast of Cape Cod. And I'm just going to paint these sides in, these lines in like this, see? Okay? And hopefully they can play this, air my thing. Maybe I should go turn down the radio because I think they have rights, but I don't know. Maybe I will. I don't know. Okay, give me a minute. Brian, you can decide. I'll turn it off in a second, but it is Jerry Christopher. And Leo. Leo, he is part of our crew here at Nutmeg TV. But he's also at the radio station, WJMJ. I love it. I think it means W, Jesus, Joseph, and Mary. It's gotta be, because it's religious. Okay? And you know, my husband went to Catholic school, which is why we don't go to church. He knows everything about the Bible, everything. I'm like, Tone, what's this mean? And he's like, Dawn, if you go to church, just don't do anything. And I'm like, okay. So my parents are very faithful, but we didn't really go to church, so I know nothing. But my Jesus work is doing nice things for people. So what happens is instead of going to church, what I do is I just do nice things, like every day. And every time I do something nice, I'm like, oh, that's my Jesus work. Yeah. So I just feel like, you know what? I think it's great that people go to church, and I don't really know what I'm doing when I go to church. My kids were baptized and all that. But I'll tell you, when I went to pick my godfather, it depended on which church. But my godfather of both my children is my sister's husband. Because they were like, oh, it has to be someone that goes to church. And I'm like, ooh, I don't know anybody. It's Peter, Uncle Peter. And he had to show paperwork that he went every week, paperwork, that all this stuff. So he's both of my kids' godfather. It's crazy. I don't care. It's just weird. It's like, why can't the other guy be it? So anyway, I don't care. I'm very faithful, as I said. And, you know, if you just go out of your way and do some nice things for people, charities, all sorts of things. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do his it looks like my whole easel's going to tip over. I hope it doesn't. I'm going to put this here. Again, I think, yeah, it's tipping. Hold on. I think that's all right. That looks better. Okay, looks better. So yeah, we're in my living room. I'm working on this painting over here. Do you see it? Right there. Hold on. There. It's not a great photograph. Yeah. But it's a friend of mine, and it's her dad. And he's actually going to fix my car tomorrow. It's shaking. I'm like, what is wrong with this thing? And everybody's like, oh, you need to get it aligned. And I'm like, aligned? I mean, if I take my hands off the wheel on the highway, it still goes straight. So anyway, my cousin Rob, Dion, he owns East Hampton Tire. And then is that working? Her dad, right there in that picture there, he owns ProLube in Northampton. So I'll go to one or the other, and both of them know what they're doing. With my whale, I'm just going to do these lines. You might want a skinnier brush. I don't really get nervous about this stuff because I love to paint. But anyway, you can do a whale. Just remember to draw it first. That's all. Isn't he so cute? I love him. Okay, now I'm going to go in. While I'm at it, I may as well do some of these so I don't have to do them later. It's supposed to be water. just to make it pretty, okay? These are modern kind of art. And I was at my friend Tress's last week because Moon was visiting from Chicago with her husband Tim. And the neighbor came over, Jan, and she was like, oh my gosh, do you have any whales? And I'm like, whales? Yeah. As a matter of fact, the next crack of dawn, I'm going to do a whale. And then I'm going to give them to you. And she's like, what? And I was like, yep. So again, it's a lot of fun to do these things. Again, I signed it earlier just because, and you don't have to. I just did it because I felt like it. Okay, these things just swirl like you're, like sort of like when you're in class and you doodle. It's kind of fun. Okay. Yeah. It looks like in my picture his tail is cut off. See, so I can't really figure it out, but I'm going to make it dark blue anyway. We're having so much fun with this. I hope you are too. Okay. There we go. My husband leaves at 5:30 in the morning because he works 2 hours away. So he has a 4-hour commute every day. And I'm telling you, I don't know what he's sipping on the way home, but he is in a great mood when he gets home. It's weird. He's like, hey-o. That's how he comes through the door. Hey-o. He's so nice. Very quiet, though. But when he comes through the door, he's all nice. I don't know what it is. I think, you know what I think it is? It's the therapy of driving. I do. So here we go. Here's Jerry Christopher on the radio. I love WJMJ. It's so great. They play the best music ever. No rap. But they'll throw in some Paul Simon, some Bob Dylan. You know, just Earth, Wind, and Fire, Journey, Sergio Mendes. They have the best music. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I can tilt this. Whoopsie, it's dripping, but it's not that bad. Now I'm going to go in. I am going to clean my brush, see? Don't worry about constantly changing your water. It's fine. Okay, I'm going to have another sip of my coffee before I choke. Oh. National Sprinkles Day is what Jerry Christopher just said. I think that's the stuff you put on your ice cream. And it's so appropriate because I just delivered the Tasty Top. Yeah, I went to Eric. Everybody was so nice. So if you live in the Pioneer Valley or Hampshire County near Northampton, go to Dostal Eye Care. They're so nice. They all ran out. They all had masks on. They were like, Dawn, this is so great. You're done with it? I'm like, yep. They put it in the office. Meanwhile, Eric was in Gloucester. I don't even know how to say it. I'm going in with the cerulean blue, but I'm going to mix it with some white so it turns a lighter blue, okay? And I'm going to put that everywhere that the dark blue isn't. See? I'm going to need a lot of water. So fun. So yeah, Dostal Eye Care, amazing. I can't even believe I went to school with him. He's so nice. And his wife is great. Oh, everybody that works there is great. It's so fun. I love it. We got the WJMJ in the background. I think it's okay. Brian, I think it's going to be okay. He's like, we need the rights to the music. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. Not because this is part of our program. That Larry DeSilva works here. So again, anywhere where the dark blue isn't, go ahead and put your light blue. It looks so nice. Okay, even if it comes out a little white, don't worry about it. It's so fun. Here we go. I love whales, but I'm very afraid of creatures under the water. Especially when Uncle Peter takes the boat out and says, oh yeah, kids, just jump off the back. And I'm like, ugh. What if there's a shark under there? And he's like, oh no, they're not in the bay. I'm like, my friends, Catherine and Lachlan, well, they're, whatever, 45 years younger than I am. But anyway, they saw a hammerhead shark in Mystic. Not kidding. I mean, I think. You know, I get things mixed up too. Okay, so you're going to throw that in. You can even go ahead, see, look at it, if I move this around, that white from last night, the top will just come off. And you can get some use out of that. So again, let me see what color his eye is. There is some white in the whale. So I can put that in now or I can put it in after. Doesn't matter. We just want it to be beautiful, you know. And this is a very large painting. Okay, so, you know, you can make small whales, you can make large whales. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go over here, put in some of these. Again, I can refer to my picture if I need to. You can just swirl this around just like you're having fun here. It's like Bob Ross. He's so fun. I love Bob Ross. I'm going to go back in with my dark blue, but I don't have any dark blue left. So, you know, you go get your blue. This is ultramarine blue. You can see it right there. So I'm going to, excuse me, gosh. I don't know why I've got this cough thing going on, but it's annoying. Maybe Brian can edit that out. I don't even know. And you know what? This is real life here, okay? There we go. Now I've got the blue. Okay, so I can go back in and I can do whatever I want with this stuff. Okay? You're gonna want to have a lot of paint, you know, it's just better than not having any at all. Okay? And then put that in like that. He's looking so cute, but I need a background color. So I might do the gold. I'm not really sure yet. Okay? You can do the background color, just take some of your blue and white. Sometimes you have to put your foot on the easel to hold it still so it doesn't go over. Yeah, so I hope everybody's been great. I'm not going anywhere soon. I know they have some great deals on Nantucket, but I'll tell you, people are getting mad. I don't care even if you have a beach house there, they get mad. Not everybody, but they're just like, you know what, can you stay where you are and not come to your beach house? Because we're scared. We're a small island. So I get it, but again, you can do whatever you want here, mixing the white with the blue. I only have 3 colors, so you can do what you want here. If you want to, you can take the blue and put it up here. You don't have to leave the white. You can always go back too. It's so much fun. So much fun. So anyway, yeah, Moon came up from Chicago and Tress called me and she said, Dawn, it's Jimmer's 92nd birthday. I'm like, what? She goes, yeah, he's 92. And I was like, oh my gosh. So she said, can you come up and, you know, we're going to have some cake and ice cream and all that. And I was like, really? Okay. So I drove up. They totally tricked me. I had no idea. So I drove up and I see Jimmer out in the back. And I'm like, happy birthday. And Tress said, Dottie, come inside for a minute. I need some help getting the hamburgers ready, or the cake. I don't even know. I go inside, and I turn around, and Moon and her daughter Isabel popped out of the corner. I was like, oh my gosh. I haven't seen Isabel since she was like 6. And anyway, it was great. And she likes to do the pranks like me. So much fun. She was great. So thanks, Tress, for having us. And Moon, thanks for surprising me. Thanks for including me, you know? It's so nice. Yeah, so we went to BU together. Tress went to, I think it was Emerson, I don't even know. But basically, we all went to BU pretty much. And, yeah. And the most successful out of all 3 of us is Tress. Yep. Anyway, nobody cares. Beautiful girls, though. I'm telling you, these girls, oof, gorgeous. In Coventry she lives. It's so nice. If you haven't been to Coventry, very farmy. There's a lake out there. There's a golf course called Twin Pines, you know, in case you haven't played that course. It's pretty cool. Okay, so this is looking good. I gotta do his eye. So I think what I'm gonna do, as always, just leave that white dot so that it at least looks like, you know, an eye. And you can fill in the background with whatever you want. You really can. I've got some gold that I was going to do, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use that or not. So I'm going to go in, and I'm just going to fill this in. Again, you want to mix your colors before you're doing what I'm doing because it's kind of not working out so well. But again, keep your water handy. And you can see that I didn't really mix my brush too good or my paints too good, but you can go back. It doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm just going to try to at least fill in my canvas. Okay, there's some, oh, I don't like this commercial. So this commercial goes, I'm a lawyer. And the next one goes, I'm a teacher. And then the next one goes, I'm a social worker. And then the next one goes, I'm a contractor. And I'm like, I'm a contractor. And it's like, wait a minute. The first lady was like, I'm a doctor. I'm a lawyer. I'm a teacher. I'm a contractor. I'm like, oh my gosh. That makes a contractor not sound smart. I don't like that. Switch that ad. Not good. Anyway, I've always noticed that about that ad. Not to be mean, but you might want to change that up a little. Okay, let's put the white thing back in his eye. And maybe another one there. Okay. Always refer to your picture. Okay, it looks like his eye is like, looks like it's kind of outlined in white. So I'm going to do that. Yeah. And then I'm going to put in some more white here. So much fun, you know, and this is just an easy, fun painting to do. Okay, so if you're like, you know, I can't paint. Oh yeah, you can. My kids are better than I am at art. It's crazy. My daughter just got the, she just designed the cover for their school planner and she won. That's how good she is. She's so good. There's lots of kids that are good though. Again, I'm going to put some white in his tail just because. If it goes off the page, let it go off the page. Now, I was saying before that I might use some gold. Why? Oh, I don't know, just because. So I'm going to put my gold on the palette, okay? I'm going to try to find a spot for that. Nope, maybe it'll work. When your paint dries out, it's very hard for it to come out of the tube, so I don't know what to do here. We're going to have to not use any gold. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to put that back on and just stick to my blue and my white. Yeah. So things are starting to open back up. Yeah, I don't really have too much of an opinion. I don't know what to do. My kids want to learn from home, and the one thing I don't get is what's different now, or what's different in September that wasn't different in March. You know, they stopped school all of a sudden, sent us home, couldn't go back, no books, no going to get your belongings, no doing this, don't touch, don't touch, don't touch. And now everybody's like, let's go back. And I'm like, I mean, I'm a teacher and I'd rather be back than be working from home because it's not the same. But in all due respect, they shuttled us out and now we're going back and it's kind of like, I don't even know. And I don't really, oh, it's dripping. So let's see, when it's dripping, you just go like this. Don't worry, it's not a big deal. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I just do what I'm told, you know? Yeah. I love where I work. I mean, love it. So if I have to go back, it doesn't bother me at all. I must be getting some kind of allergy because I never get this. Never. Well, every now and then. Anyway, let's go back. Sorry, it's so annoying. I didn't mean that. So here it was what we're going to do. We're just going to fill up the back so that we don't have a white canvas. Now, there's nothing wrong with leaving the white canvas, but you do want to paint it. And if you're going to paint it white. Okay? Yeah. And if you don't know where to go to get your car done, my friend Ron Llewellyn owns, oh, I don't know what it's called, actually. I forgot what it's called. But it's in behind Tap Rock in Unionville. Ron Llewellyn. He's good. The only thing is, you know, why would I go to Ron when I can go to my cousin? I had a Jeep Cherokee, and nobody could fix it. Everybody was like, oh, I think the diagnostic did that diagnostic, tried the starter, tried this, charged me like $275, still wouldn't start. So I called my cousin Bob. We call him Rob now. Anyway, called Rob, and I was like, Rob, look, this thing won't start. Can you just get it out? You can have it, because he owns a diagnostic. He does emissions. East Hampton Tire, East Hampton, Massachusetts. That is my cousin Rob Dion's place. Yes, sirree. And he does everything. So what he did is he came out here with a tow truck, just in case he couldn't start my Jeep Cherokee. But guess what? He started it, like almost immediately. And I'm like, just take it. I don't want it. And you know what he did? He sent me a check. I don't remember how much, but still, like, who does that? You know, I was like, just have it. It doesn't go. I just want it out of my driveway. And then he started it in the driveway. He still put it on the tow truck, you know, because it might not have been great once he got it on the highway. But I mean, he started it right in the driveway, put it on the tow truck. Oh, it was crazy. I love them. Yeah. So we still have quite a bit of blue left. I don't really know what I'm going to do next. I think I'm going to take the light blue and do a little bit of more background. Yeah, why not? You can do, it doesn't have to be white, you know, and you can mix it with some white so it's a little lighter. Okay? But I'm trying to make this very oceany. A lot of my friends, especially my friend Lee, I haven't seen her in forever. Yeah, she decorates her house. Everything's blue and then white. So all her couches, all her tables, everything's white. And then her accents, like her pillows and stuff, all of that is blue. It looks gorgeous. I mean, she does such a great job. I don't know how to decorate. I mean, not as you can see, but I could walk around my house right now and you would be like, I can't believe she doesn't know how to decorate. I know, I can't. So anyway, I'm gonna fill up this back space. Again, it's just water, and remember I said to you before, water is not blue, it's clear. So you don't have to have it perfect. Okay, we're just trying to make this look good.